Hey everyone, I'm Kim and welcome back to Crime Stats Daily. This is a channel where we go beyond the headlines to examine the facts, the statistics, and the stories behind crime in America. Our goal is simple: to separate myth from reality using reliable data and credible research. If you enjoy fact-based crime analysis, please like and subscribe and join me here each week as we delve into the numbers behind crime in America. Now let's get into today's story. And this is a story that is breaking overnight out of California. Last night in the Cajon, I think it is. It's a Cajon Pass in San Bernardino County. It runs approximately 20 miles. A group of suspects opened fire on railroad police while trying to rob a freight train. Now, no one was hurt, but the fact that someone decided to shoot it out over cargo on a moving train in 2026 tells you everything you need to know about how bold these crews have become and the growing trend of organized cargo theft that's costing businesses hundreds of millions of dollars each year. Today, we'll break down what happened, examine the pattern behind these crimes, and look at why rail corridors across America have become prime targets. And here's what we know so far. At around 6:30 p.m. Monday night, a northbound BNSF freight train was moving through the Cajon Pass in San Bernardino County. That steep, desolate stretch between San Bernardino and the San Gabriel Mountains. Now, suspects were already on or around the train trying to break into the cargo. That's when BNSF railroad police approached. The suspects opened fire. Now, no officers or train crew were hit. In San Bernardino County, sheriff's helicopters and a California Highway Patrol aircraft scrambled. Deputies searched 2 locations in the pass and around the 15 freeway. They located at least 2 suspects. One had a handgun. Both were detained for questioning, and of course, the investigation is still active. Now, this wasn't some random one-off incident. The Cajon Pass and the High Desert Rail Corridor have been a regular target for train burglaries all year. In June, thieves hit a BNSF train carrying lithium-ion batteries, and during the break-in, the batteries caught fire and burned for hours. And 2 weeks later, another crew was caught loading about $100,000 in speakers and headphones into a box truck. Most of them got away into the desert. And in May, deputies spotted about 15 people riding a freight train near Devore. A chase followed, 2 were arrested, and one suspect got hit by a car while running across the freeway. And then back in March, authorities recovered nearly $300,000 in stolen goods from one single stop. Trains have to slow down in that pass due to the grade and the curves. The thieves know it and they time it. They hit fast and they try to disappear into the terrain. Now let's look at the bigger picture as it relates to cargo theft. According to the Association of American Railroads, the AAR, major U.S. railroads reported more than 75,000 cargo theft incidents in 2025. The losses topped $200 million. That's more than a 50% jump from the year before. Now, California is consistently the #1 state for this kind of theft. Now, let's look at some of the other hot spots around the country for these types of crimes. Arizona, especially northern Arizona rail corridor, have active organized crews. And a recent example is from May of 2026 near Winslow. 2 men were arrested and more than $500,000 in merchandise were recovered from a BNSF train. Investigators say they see 8 to 12 train burglary events per month in that region. And earlier waves targeted Nike sneakers, cutting air hoses just to literally stop the trains. And in Illinois, in the Chicago area, rail thefts are consistent problem because of the high volume of transfers between rail and truck. Illinois ranked high in recent cargo theft. The data is around 13% of the national incidents from 2026 first quarter. And Tennessee, in the Memphis area, there's a strong rail activity there. Memphis saw a 27% increase in cargo theft in early 2026 compared to the prior year. And organized groups specifically target rail lines and train yards there. So when people hear train robbery, they picture the Old West. But the modern version is organized, high volume, and still very much active, especially on the routes coming out of the ports and through the mountains. Now, last night's shooting in the Cajon Pass is another reminder that cargo theft is no longer a crime of opportunity. It's increasingly organized, increasingly sophisticated, and as the case shows, increasingly dangerous. And as investigators continue to piece together exactly what happened, one thing is already clear. Freight train corridors across America remain attractive targets for criminal crews willing to take significant risks for high-value cargo. Now, we'll continue following this investigation and bring you any major developments. Thank you for watching Crime Stats Daily. If you found this report informative, please consider subscribing, hit that like button, and let me know your thoughts about this episode in the comments section below. I'm Kim. Until next time, stay informed, stay aware, and stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.